And staying with the situation in Afghanistan, the Taliban has opened fire on protesters who have taken to the streets across many Afghan cities, defying the militant group's rule. This comes as the Taliban is reportedly stepping up its hunt for people who worked with the U.S. and NATO forces. Suk-hyen reports.
Afghanistan protesters continue to take to the streets across many parts of the country, defying the Taliban for the second day on Thursday while waving their national flag and chanting, "God is greatest." The demonstrations came as Afghans celebrated Independence Day, commemorating the end of British rule in the country. However, celebrations were met with gunfire as the militant group killed at least 2 people and left dozens wounded. Following its swift takeover of Afghanistan, the Taliban is reportedly searching for people who have worked with U.S. and NATO forces. Citing documents drawn up by the UN, the BBC reported that the country's new rulers are stepping up the search. It also described that the militants are threatening to arrest or kill people who work in the military, police, and investigative agencies. This is in stark contrast to what was said earlier, as Taliban leaders had promised they would not attack those who had worked with the government or the US-led coalition. Local news agency Comma Press has also reported that the capital Kabul has an overnight curfew in place and no one is allowed to leave their homes after 9 p.m. except in emergency cases. Marking the country's Independence Day, the Taliban declared it had beaten the US, which it called, quote, "the arrogant power of the world." The group also declared that the country is now the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, the name used when it ruled the country brutally in the late 1990s, adding that they wish to forge friendly ties with other countries around the world. Against this backdrop, chaotic evacuation continues on the ground in Afghanistan, with the U.S. military saying that it has evacuated nearly 6,000 people during the past week or so. Meanwhile, the G7 foreign ministers are urging the Taliban to ensure the safety of people evacuating Afghanistan, while vowing to exert all possible efforts to help the vulnerable escape from the country. Suk-hyen, Arirang News.